Hey guys, it's me David and welcome back to week 23 of building Crait. Alright guys, so this segment we're actually taking a step back and in a good way. We're going 3 years back actually. Kashyyyk. Yeah. So any of my long-term fans know about my Kashyyyk mock. That's definitely what made my channel the way it is today. If you didn't know, a part of Kashyyyk, I would say about 60 to 70% has actually still been built all this time. I just haven't been able to tear it apart because I really don't want to, because it's just there's a lot of nostalgia to it and it means a lot to me. But in this segment, this is kind of the first part of destroying Kashyyyk in order to finish Crait. And you'll see that here at the beginning. There's going to be a cool time lapse and everything. We're going to be destroying Kashyyyk, at least a part of it in this segment. We might destroy more in the future. And then we're going to be working inside the base. We're going to be finishing that area that's been empty for basically the last 23 weeks. And then we're also going to be working on the mountain work, and actually a significant amount, at least in my opinion, is going to be built by the end of the segment as well. So we're going to get a lot of progress done. And I know that's something a lot of you have been wanting to see, is more and more progress, more and more in one video. So that's what you're going to see. So I'm going to stop talking. We'll jump into it right now, guys. All right, guys, so starting our segment off, parts came in just like I said last week. So here are all the white slopes, a little bit of inverted slopes here, 3 different types of upper slopes, plenty honestly for what we need to do for at least the wall. I'll probably end up having to order some more white slopes, but it's definitely enough for what we need to do in this segment. So I definitely want to aim to get the height about here, maybe, at least on this side. As for that side, I've had some time to think about it, and I really like this type of design where the slopes aren't just going one direction, but instead going different directions. Kind of adds a little bit, I don't know, just extra style, I suppose, to the building of the rock wall. So definitely going to try to get up to about here, almost basically double it, what we have so far. That's the goal. And then we're also going to try to redesign a little bit of that over there. The other thing I also want to kind of start, and I don't know if we'll finish it this segment, but so this right here, you may, if you have a close eye, you may have noticed I had this in the thumbnail, but I didn't show it in the segment last week. So this is something, this thing right here, right, this entire thing is just something I built a long time ago, and I put it here just for like fun's sake, and I covered up all the extra pieces with some more gray base plates just to see what it looked like, you know, to get an idea. And I was like, you know what, this actually looks pretty good. Now the actual like area around here is pretty much dark gray with like little rocks from what I can tell. So it wouldn't be necessarily accurate to use these type of like just light gray in general, I suppose. So as much as I want to use this design, it's not necessarily accurate, but I think we can still incorporate these pieces somehow. But I do want to get to the point where we are starting to fill in this area and actually start to build something. And I am not certain whether this should be exposed, this whole area, or not. I'm not quite sure yet, or whether I should cover it up and make kind of like a fake rock wall that would basically be right on these plates right here, because this entire section, right, so it's a 2 base plate section, it comes out just like everything else. So these 2 things right here, these 2 sections are a thing, these 2 sections are a thing, and then those 2, so it's divided in 4 out of 8, and they're all connected to each other. That's how I built it. So that if I do build something right here, it'll have to be within these these base plates technically. So we'll see. Not positive on that quite yet. So we'll just see. So we're not going to do too much else out here. So mostly the rock wall on either side and the inside. And then the other thing is, a lot of you should recognize this. I went and dug up some old stuff, and this should look a little recognizable to any of my hardcore fans that have stuck around all these years. This should look pretty recognizable, like pretty recognizable. So if you don't know what this is, it's the back section of my humongous Kashyyyk mock, which was a very big deal. It definitely brought a lot of you to my YouTube channel when it first was becoming a big thing. But as I said, I still have a lot of Kashyyyk still put together, technically. There is stuff like these, this is where like lights were and stuff like that. That's all been torn up and been used for pieces. And as you can see, like half of the arrow section has been torn up and used for pieces. A lot of the stuff, especially, this is like one of the last remaining sections of the beach. A lot of the beach has been torn up because I used that for Scarif. So all of the front's gone and been destroyed, but the actual mountain, what would be right here, and this section that you're seeing right now still is very much intact, pretty well actually. In fact, I also, just for fun, I went ahead and rebuilt the elevator shaft as well, and I thought this would be just like a fun little throwback for you guys. I even have the top part, and I still have the motor and everything. I could get it working if I wanted to. So the reason why I have all of this right here actually is because I have to tear it apart. That's right, so let the tears come down your face because I have to destroy this in order to start working on that section on the inside. That's just the unfortunate thing that has to happen. Don't worry though, I'm keeping some, I'm definitely going to keep the elevator shaft. That's not going to be destroyed, I don't need that. And I also, you know, I'm thinking I would love to somehow maybe incorporate up like this, or maybe this somehow, just something from here, maybe even this, into the Crait mock, like a part of Kashyyyk is in Crait, you know. It might not be accurate, but I still think it would be cool. So we'll see. Not sure if I want to do that or not. It might not be one of these sections, but I still think it would be kind of cool to have a little bit of Kashyyyk in Crait. And then, of course, you know, this area, we'll just do a quick little, I'll show this quickly again, but if you guys remember this area, that's where I'll take the turbo tank here and see how it's perfectly designed. So the turbo tank sits perfectly in it. So the idea here was that the turbo tank was being worked on, and there was this gantry crane that went over it. And then, of course, you could push the turbo tank out this way, and the arrows, it would like turn out and go out through the door. So, nostalgia definitely hits you really hard. But, you know, I also had this thing installed where, you know, you could prop up the turbo tank and stuff like that. It really honestly kills me that I have to destroy a lot of this. I'm going to destroy this section, so all of that, and I'm probably going to destroy all of this. I might keep this little bit right here and keep the elevator intact and just keep it on this base plate and kind of redesign it on this one base plate. I might do that. We will see. I also, the columns are also, those are still intact. I don't have them with me. They're in a garage, but they are still also existing. And then this, there's no reason to really destroy this at the moment, and I kind of don't want to. I worked so hard on this. It was such a pain to figure out how this actually would be designed. So I only destroyed part of it. I don't want to destroy all of it. And then this last part, this is where the turbo tank, this is the last section where the turbo tank was entering the beach. This will definitely be destroyed today. We're going to definitely get rid of all of this. It really hurts, but need all these pieces. All these gray pieces are good filler brick for when we're working on each mountain over there. So it's important that we take all that up. All of the dark gray here is going to be useful for the inside. I won't go through it all, but you can kind of get an understanding why I didn't have to destroy it. But yeah, so I just want to show you guys, any of my long-term fans, one last look at Kashyyyk. You can kind of imagine the back section there again. It's sad, it is, but you know, I'm gonna keep some things at least. Definitely gonna keep this elevator together. Worked so hard. This was like a childhood dream, was to build a motorized elevator and like a big one into some type of giant mock, and Kashyyyk was a childhood filling dream. So hurts to break your dreams, right? But it honestly, obviously, is leading to bigger and better things. So it's going to a good cause at least. All right. I'm going to go into time-lapse mode, guys, and you're going to see me destroy all of this, and then we will go into that over there. So without ado, let's get into this right now. Okay guys, so it took about a little over 2, maybe a little less than 2 hours actually, but as you can see, a lot of Lego came out of deconstructing this part of Kashyyyk. That's fantastic. Just about 2 cups full of dark gray bricks and a little less than 2 cups of light gray bricks right here. So this is very important for Crait. And then actually what really surprised me is that tan area we had. There was a lot of 2x2 black bricks under it, like a lot, like it filled up the entire cup. I was like, wow, I don't remember having that many. And then this is just like all kinds of random bricks, so it's good filler brick. That came from that as well. You also notice I did, like I said, save a part of that section. It's actually 4 different things. They're just pretty simple little sections. I like it, and I'm gonna try to incorporate it in that area over there. And the way I think I'm gonna do it is I'll have it kind of be covered slightly, so you'll have like snow and other dark gray brick and stuff like that kind of covering it, so that way it's just like underlined, because I know there really isn't, it's mostly just rock, honestly. It should all be dark gray, honestly, with like maybe like rock formations and stuff, but I really want to include this somehow, so that's what I think that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to include this into it over there in just a little bit and see what I can do with it, because I think it's cool. I think it'd be kind of a neat little thing to include a part of Kashyyyk and Crait. I don't know. And then over here, oh geez, like just I don't even really want to go into it, but as you can see, it's a lot of parts. The white bricks, on the other hand, what sucks about these is they're all decolored, and what I mean by that is if you put it against this is all brand new white brick, and I don't know if the camera can tell or not, but there's certainly a difference. They're like slightly yellowed, and that always sucks. Everything right here is brand new, including the tiles. Even these bricks. It has to be brand new Lego, otherwise you sometimes get this yellow coloring. So these will not be used for exterior part of Crait. These will be used as more filler brick. I didn't destroy everything. I'll go back later, and maybe in like a week or something, and fully get deconstruct all of that as well as that. But most of it's taken apart, so I kind of like it. I don't know, something about like seeing all this Lego makes me want to build now, because like it's just so much different variety and stuff like that, which I like. I also didn't realize I had a lot of what are these 2x8s, so that's fantastic. These will be super useful, as well as I have I forgot, like if I go back into the Kashyyyk segments, but I forgot I had so many 2x8 black bricks. I actually bought a box of them at the Lego store. So the reason why there isn't like a ton of them is I think I used them in that big wall, if I remember correctly. But it all like kind of brought my memory back a little bit. I was like, oh yeah, I had these things and these things. So a lot more Lego came out of that. Here are all the lights that were under that section, so that's cool. But yeah, so it's destroyed now, unfortunately. I did save that one section with the elevator, so that is still intact. I'll probably rebuild that and make it like some little scene or something eventually, but for now, this is plenty of stuff. So now we're going to focus our attention over here and build some walls, build some interior, and let's see where it goes. Okay guys, it's been about 2 hours now, and as you can see, I've done a lot. I've filled in this entire part right here, and it looks extremely good. Like I keep on getting to the point where I'm just like, wow, this looks awesome. Didn't think it was going to look that good, but anyhow, here's what I've done. So basically this entire thing right here, including this part, all of this is all of what I've been building. So this has all been filled in, as you can see. It basically, you can see right here, it completes it, so we have now perfect square to build on. It gets rid of the, you know, the whole circle thing and how that would work. But now this part right here is connected into the inner part, and I think it looks fantastic. I don't think there could have been a better way of doing it. So I'm sure a lot of you are immediately like, what are these doing right here? Why don't you just use the slopes and connect it all? So because they're inverting inwards instead of outwards like the outside, you have the issue where if you put another one of these slope pieces right here, it just won't fit. That little room, because they're squeezing against each other, it won't work. I tried and it broke everything. So my solution originally was to just put a 1x1 tile right here, but that still left space right here, and I was like, that doesn't look good. So I was like, what part can fill this without with still, you know, being able to deal with this inverted curve or whatever. So what I came to the conclusion was this is the best piece, and I actually think it's the perfect piece, because for when we're putting minifigures down, and probably a couple weeks, maybe a little bit longer, but when you want to take a minifigure, you can put it right here, because otherwise it would just have to stand, they would just fall over. But now with this piece, I can put the minifigure there, and look how epic that looks. That looks amazing. So that's the pro, and also I think it's just a nice aesthetic. I don't know, something about it looks cool. I like it, and it works. It works, absolutely works. So there you go. That's the solution. So yeah, I just came up with that on the fly. I was just looking all over all the sets I have around here. I'm like, what piece will work? And I found this piece. I was like, wait, the tooth piece, that'll work. And I put it down, and fair enough, it works great actually. It keeps the slope without being too, like, it looks like it's part of it. That's the important thing. It really does. But yeah, it looks fantastic. I'm very happy with how it's turned out. Now, you'll also notice as I put all these vent pieces down, I'm really just on the fence of, should I just put all of vent pieces down right here? So right now I'm leaving this stud part open, but I might cover it up with vent pieces fully. So all of this will be like the vent pieces you see here. Not sure yet. I haven't decided on that yet. I want to wait until I build all of this before I fully put all the vent pieces down. I might just, you know, take more plates and just put up there, so that way you can stand minifigures up. Because I mean, technically, you can stand minifigures on it like that, but obviously they're also not secure. So pros and cons, you got to decide what works best for the mock. But yeah, this is where I'm getting. It looks so good though. So like seriously, it's just so seamless. That's what I love about this, guys. Is it's literally you're going from this dark gray, and then you have this like such a good curve, and it doesn't even look like you don't, other than this right here, you don't really see anything that's interrupting it or looks wacky. It looks like it's seamless to the salt pieces outside, and that's exactly what I wanted it to be. So I couldn't be more happy with how this design has turned out, honestly. Obviously it's been a 2-week thing. Last week we spent, you know, a lot of time building this on this side, but now that we've done it on the other side, it looks absolutely fantastic. And I've probably said fantastic, I don't know, 10 times, but I really do think it's that good. I really, really do. It's also 2 in the morning, so give me a break. But yeah, that slope though, it looks so good. Oh my gosh. I'm so happy with how this is turning out, guys. I couldn't be more thrilled. But now we're gonna build this area, or at least try to. I don't know if we'll build everything, but I do want to start filling it in. And as you can kind of notice right here, I have these things. These things are ready to kind of be plopped down. I don't know where I'm gonna put them, but you know, I was kind of just experimenting, being like, does it look good there? Does it look good there? Just whatever. So that's what my kind of how I've been going about it. But I'll figure something out. Maybe I'll just put it on the very back. Maybe I'll put it here. Maybe I'll only use 2. I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see. All right, guys, let's continue on. But oh, that curve. All right, moving on. All right, guys. So this is what I've been working on. So if we come on over here, you'll see I put these the plates down from Kashyyyk, the original plates. I went ahead and did a different pattern. I think this looked better. This kind of looked like arrows kind of going out this way, so I kind of like that more rather than the kind of square thing that I had just a little bit ago. I think this is the right way to do it. So this area particularly, this will be filled in next week. I actually have some really big plates on order in order to fill all of this in. So we will get all of this area all covered up, and we'll cover up all of that, and it'll look nice and good. Still haven't decided whether I want to build an interior mountain or leave this exposed yet. That's still up in the air at the moment, so we'll see. But you'll also notice that I also built this entire wall back here, so that's all covered up now. So you have a continuous wall from all the way on the back side, instead of it just being kind of blank like that for a very long time now. So that is now filled in. It's at the same height as the plates, and as you can see, I was already kind of just experimenting. I was thinking maybe of making some type of building this up a little bit and making some type of bridge across, maybe a little crane. I don't know, we'll figure that out as we go. But I'm definitely going to be looking more at Battlefront, and I do realize that this pattern on the bottom is not accurate, but I wanted to do it anyways, just as a tribute to Kashyyyk. So I think it looks great anyways. I think it works with the mock. What I'm going to do is when we put all these plates down, I'm going to continue this type of pattern all the way to here, and the way I'm thinking about it is that like this is where, I don't know, some type of speeder would launch off or something like that, but I'm not too worried about it just yet. I'm also not sure whether I can fit if I build some type of transport, you know, the transport pods that come out of the ships, the resistant ship. I'm not sure whether I want to make those transport ships or not. If I do, it'd only be like one of them, and it would probably be right about here. So we'll see. Not sure about that yet. There is only so much room back here, and I want to, you know, definitely keep it as detailed as possible, but not overstuff it at the same time. So, yeah. But that's what we're going to do here in the back section for this segment. A lot, honestly, has been done. Like, seriously, this took a long time finishing this. That was a lot of work. And then getting this done is great. This looks really, really good. So the last thing we're going to do is I'm going to continue working on the mountain work, probably just on this side. Maybe I'll do a little bit. I kind of already started it over there. So I'll finish up a little bit over there, but then I'm going to make this as high as I can, and that'll probably be the end. So without ado, let's go ahead and see what this looks like. All right, guys, that's what I did. There it is. So that actually took 3 hours, surprisingly. And I know you're saying to yourself, what? How is that 3 hours? So actually what I had to do is, a lot of the work was what had already been built. I had to kind of build off of. Therefore, I kind of had to like reinforce everything, so that way it's pretty sturdy. So if I move it around right now, nothing kind of breaks. It's hollow at the moment, but I am going to build a support structure of like beams with these type of bricks probably next week to kind of make sure it just doesn't go anywhere. I mean, it's already really sturdy. If I just move it back and forth right now, it's fine. But I still want to reinforce it even more. But it looks really good. Almost, I think I said either it was here or here, almost to like where I want it to be. I haven't done this side yet just because I need more red bricks to kind of build this up, and I'm saving the red bricks for next week because we're going to have a special segment where we're working on some other parts of Crait. But yeah, it's looking really good. As you can see, a lot of the rock work is turning out well. The white looks nice. I think what I'm going to do is kind of carry the white up. So I'm going to build the gray up more, but then it's going to kind of like cascade up to the side a little bit. And then I'll have like a little bit like coming downwards and swoop up over here. So something like that I think would look really nice, actually. Didn't work on that area. I think that's fine. I wanted to just really focus on this, and it's definitely looking really good. Let me know what you guys think of the rock work for Crait. It's It's definitely starting to develop now. I'm at the point where I don't even have to sit down either. It's so high up from the ground that I can stand up and just build it. Eventually, when I get up to about this height, I'll have to use a step ladder. I'm not that tall, a little under 6 feet, so I can't make it quite to the top, but we'll get there. But it's definitely starting to turn out pretty good. And please let me know down in the comments what you guys think of this. I'm curious. I think it looks good. I think it's doing what it needs to do. It'll be interesting to see how I work with the white. I don't want it to just be little blobs everywhere. I want it to look natural, that it has like a creeping effect on the rock wall. So yeah, and then I think I'm definitely just going to keep to white and gray. I don't think I'm going to use any more red. I think I'm going to keep the red on the bottom. Maybe I'll have like little speckles of red, maybe, but I'm not sure about that yet. We'll see. But yeah, guys, let me know down in the comments. That's it for Crait. Definitely did a lot. Doubled the size of what was rock wall here. We built all of this. And we also got that back area done too, so a lot of good stuff. Plus we tore Kashyyyk apart, the back section of Kashyyyk apart. So a lot definitely was done in this segment, and that just looks so awesome right there. Look at that. That's a picture right there. That's the thumbnail. Right there, thumbnail picture. Boom. That's gonna be it, guys. So let's go ahead and head out to the end of the segment. All right, guys, that was the segment. I think we did a pretty good amount. That curve area, getting that second part on the other side was very tricky. I think it looks really good now. Definitely we're on the way of finishing that area now. Next segment, that entire area should be covered, and we can start building some of the cool things like walkway, high-rise walkways, gantry cranes possibly. The transport, I'm still debating on whether I should build a transport or not. The resistant transports, we'll see. I heard rumors that there was going to be a set, but I don't think that's true anymore. I wish the Lego would make a set, because I think, well, one, we never got a Leia figure from the Last Jedi sets, and I still wish we had that, because I really want a Leia to put in that iconic scene where she kind of has her scarf or her dress in front of her face like that, looking upon Crait in the battlefield. I want to do that in Lego. I'll probably end up using some type of custom figure for it, but I wish we got that. Honestly, it really disappoints me that we didn't get a Leia figure, at least from the Crait battle scene. So that sucks. But anyhow, next week a lot of parts are coming in. I just dropped a ton of money on stuff so that we can actually start working on section 3. So I said for the longest time that we weren't going to do the third section until more of the ATM 6s were going to be made. But honestly, I realized also that I'm making Crait so it's sectional and that it can be torn apart. And because section 3 is literally just 4 different sections, there's nothing significant there's not going to be giant trenches. There'll be some trenches, you'll see next segment, but because of that, it'll be so easy just to kind of pile up the sections off to the side if I need the table workspace in order to build the ATM 6s. And I've yet to order the parts for the second or third one. It'll happen soon-ish, probably within the next month, if not less. But right now, I think I want to work more on section 3 because I really want to start getting a better idea now that we're on the way of finishing the back part, and all we have to do here in this area is put the turrets. I really think it's time to start section 3. So that's hopefully what we're going to be doing next segment. Can't guarantee anything because sometimes BrickLink does not ship parts on time, but that's the goal, is to start working on next segment. So it should be a very exciting segment because we're literally making Crait a third bigger. So that should be something that none of you are going to want to miss, honestly. All right, that's going to be it, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. More videos coming out this week other than Crait, so stay tuned to that. I hope you guys have a great and wonderful day. And before I go, I also wanted to apologize to everybody. I know this segment came out on a Sunday. Yeah, so my excuse for that was that I wanted to work and add more, so I hope that's understandable. That's why this segment on its upload date is a day late. Other than that, that's going to be it, guys. Hope you have a great and wonderful day. Bye-bye.